Nothing lasts forever. Not the people, not the moments, not the versions of us we cling to. Everything changes. Everything fades. Everything eventually slips through your fingers, no matter how tightly you hold on. That truth hurts, but it also frees you, because life is made of chapters that don't stay open forever. Some close softly. Some slam shut. Some vanish before you knew they mattered. You learn this the hard way. We all do. One day, you wake up and realize the things you thought were permanent weren't. The people you thought would stay left. The feelings you thought were eternal changed. Nothing lasts forever. Not the pain. Not the joy. Not the fear, not the love that once felt impossible to lose. Everything moves. Everything shifts. Everything becomes memory. And sometimes, that's the only thing you're left holding. Pieces of what used to be. Fragments of who you were before life touched you too deeply. Shadows of people who once meant everything. It hurts to accept that nothing stays. It hurts to watch time pull everything away from you. It hurts to feel life rewriting itself without your permission. But pain doesn't last forever either. It feels endless. It feels heavy. It feels like it will swallow you whole. But it won't. Even the darkest nights end. Even the deepest wounds heal. Even the strongest storms lose their power. Nothing lasts forever. And maybe that's the point. If things lasted forever, you would never grow. You would never shed old versions of yourself. You would never learn who you are without all the things you thought defined you. Change is painful, but staying the same would destroy you. Life takes things away to make room for what's next. It breaks you, so you can rebuild stronger. You don't see it in the moment. You only see the loss, the emptiness, the silence where someone's voice used to be, the space where your old life once lived. But time reveals the rest. Time shows you why things ended. Time shows you who you were meant to become. Time shows you what needed to break so you could rise. Nothing lasts forever. Not the darkness. Not the confusion. Not the parts of you that feel stuck. You are growing even when it feels like you're falling apart. You are healing even when it still hurts. You are moving forward even when you feel frozen inside your pain. One day, you look back and realize that the storm you thought would destroy you shaped you, taught you, strengthened. The people who left pushed you toward yourself. The moments that ended made space for new ones. The chapters that closed protected you from stories that were no longer meant for you. Nothing lasts forever. And that truth is both the wound and the remedy. Because you start to understand that life is not meant to be held. It's meant to be lived, moment by moment, wave by wave. So you let go, not because you stop caring, but because you start trusting. You trust that endings are beginnings in disguise. You trust that loss is a teacher. You trust that time knows what you can't see yet. You trust that the things meant for you won't slip away. And if they do, then they weren't yours. Not forever. Not in this lifetime. Nothing lasts forever. But that doesn't mean everything disappears. Some things stay. In the way they changed you. In the way they shaped your heart. In the way they taught you how to survive. Some things stay even after they're gone. And You stay too. You remain. You endure. You rise again and again. You learn to stand on the ruins of what once was. You learn to breathe in the absence of what you lost. You learn to love the person you are becoming. Because not everything is meant to stay. But you are. You're still here. Stronger than every ending. Stronger than every goodbye. Stronger than every storm. Nothing lasts forever. But what you become through it does.